I've lost about 45 pounds on a GLP-1. I'm getting ready to head out on vacation, and today I want to show you my GLP-1 vacation game plan, including what food I'm bringing and what my food strategy is once I'm there, some clothes I'm packing that will do double duty as activewear and cute vacation clothes, how I'm staying active even though this is vacation, this is not a fitness boot camp, and stick around for the end when I will tell you the one thing I do that helps me travel with my GLP-1 meds worry-free. Okay, let's go. If you're new here, hi, I'm Bobby. I have been documenting my GLP-1 health journey after menopause for the past 16 or 17 months. I just took my 72nd shot and I've lost around 45 pounds. Woo! My starting weight was 210.1 pounds. I'm currently around 165, I don't know. I'll do my monthly weigh-in soon. Look for that in the next couple weeks. I am currently on 10 milligrams of Zepbound. And I also want to mention, because a lot of you are asking, yes, I am on hormone replacement therapy. That has been really helpful for my health. It has not helped at all with weight loss, but it's helped so much with joint health and other things that make it easier for me to feel like my old self and be really active and not get hurt. Just feel really healthy. Real quick, I am not a medical doctor and I am a therapist in my day job, but I'm not your therapist. So none of this is medical or mental health advice. I am just here sharing my personal journey with you and talking about my experience and what is working for me. So always check with your own healthcare providers when you're making decisions for yourself. Okay, if you've watched my channel before, you might remember that my favorite brand of activewear is IUGA. And their leggings are super comfortable, their sports bras are super comfortable, and they have jeggings that look like jeans and feel like pajama pants, which is my dream come true. So I have some new items that they have sent me that are going to work great for vacation because I can work out in them, I can hike in them, and they're cute enough that I could wear them to dinner. So I'm going to show these pieces to you right now. Okay, I would do anything in these shorts. The gym, a hike, sightseeing. They've got pockets on both sides. I know from having other IUGA pants that the waistband doesn't roll down and the thighs don't chafe. So I know that they'd be comfortable for whatever it is that I'm doing. And I love the pop of color. I don't know if we'll get any really hot weather in Northern Europe, but if we do, these will be the shorts that I'll have. And if it's not quite hot enough for shorts, I'm bringing these navy Capris. They are the PowerTight sandwich waistband compression leggings, super stretchy and comfortable with pockets on both sides. I have these in other colors, in full length and capri. These are one of my favorites. They're super comfortable. And I could even dress these up by wearing a little swing dress or tunic over them and flats. I know you might be thinking, Bobby, you're not wearing activewear. What are you talking about? You've got the wrong video. But believe it or not, I am wearing activewear. It looks like I'm dressed up for a nice dinner out, but actually what looks like a little black dress is really two pieces. The IUGA padded Racerback tank top and the IUGA high-waisted tummy control golf skirt. Now I don't play golf, but I would totally hike in this. And let me show you why. There's shorts underneath and there are two zippered pockets. So if I'm hiking and I want to put my phone or my keys or whatever in here, they're not going to fall out and get lost. Super comfortable, totally versatile. I could totally go hiking in this. I love a good skirt. The top is really soft and breathable, and the padded cups in the bra are removable. And then the skirt is just a super versatile summer skirt. I could wear this with anything. Same top, new pair of jeggings. I have a couple of pairs of IUGA's wide leg jeggings, which I love, and I was ready to try something new, so I got these boot cut jeggings. They are so comfortable and stretchy, just like their other jeggings. I'm definitely taking these on vacation. I probably wouldn't hike in them or go to the gym in them, but they are so comfortable, and it looks like you're wearing hard pants. There's real pockets, 5 pockets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. but no zipper. You don't have to hassle with a zipper. You just put them on and off like leggings. These might be my travel day pants. As always, I have a discount code for you, Bobby25, get you 25% off, and that stacks on top of whatever sale they're running. I'll put the link in the description box below and in the first comment. Right now, the special they're running is buy 3 items, get 15% off, buy 5 items, get 20% off. My discount code, Bobby25 on top of that, to get yourself some really deeply discounted activewear that I know from wearing IUGA for over a year that I'm still using my original pieces as well because they're very high quality, and you wouldn't expect that with their low starting prices and then the discounts on top of it. But once you have some pieces, you'll see that they are really soft, comfortable, high quality activewear pieces. Remember, links in the description box and the first pinned comment. Okay, I am bringing some food with me, but not very much, just some snacks to have on hand. Because you know how it's unpredictable on vacation, exactly when and where you'll find food when you're in tourist mode. So I am traveling with a bunch of protein bars and Kind bars. It's processed food. Having a half a dozen or so of each of these for a 2-week trip is just enough so that I know I've got a snack every day if I find myself needing a snack and there isn't like food easily available. The other thing I'm bringing is my electrolytes. I think what I'll do is bring like a packet per day and then a few extra. Staying hydrated is important all the time, but when traveling, especially I'll be traveling by plane, it's really important. And I tend to get constipated when I take long flights. Sorry, TMI. So keeping up with my hydration and my fiber are 2 ways to help me not get constipated, or at least to combat it when it happens. Last year, I traveled a lot. My husband and I kind of did like a semi-retired year where we just took a lot of vacations. So I did learn a lot about traveling on a GLP-1 last year, and I'm incorporating those lessons into what I'm doing now for this trip. This is the first big trip I'm taking this year, and it's June. Let me tell you about my meal strategy on vacation. And I am drawing a lot on what worked for me last year. Breakfast, I'm planning to do in our hotel or Airbnb, and just keeping some yogurt, muesli, and fruit on hand and having that for breakfast every day, and coffee, of course. And then lunch, I get just on the go, usually a sandwich or a salad from a deli or a cafe. Not really a sit-down lunch, more of a like, let's stop in for a bite to eat. And that's been my lunch. And then dinner is where we really seek out what the local food is, because part of the fun of traveling is finding out what the local cuisine is. Eating on vacation is where the appetite suppression and the lack of food noise really comes in handy. I've found on a GLP-1 that my enjoyment of food when I'm eating it has not diminished at all. When I'm actually sitting down and eating food, it tastes just as good, I enjoy it just as much, which I'm so glad for, because what has diminished drastically is my interest in food when I'm not eating. So when I'm on vacation now, I'm not always thinking about where's my next meal, where's my next snack, oh, that looks good, let me try that, and just kind of gorging myself in vacation mode. Like that was kind of my MO in the past before GLP-1. And now I'm sort of freed from being so preoccupied with food noise. But when I sit down to a really nice meal, I can enjoy it just as much. So that was an unexpected bonus of the GLP-1, is that my decreased interest in food actually makes the vacation more fun, and it doesn't detract from my enjoyment at actual meal times. If you're enjoying this, please hit like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'd love to have you here. It really helps the YouTube algorithm show it to more people who are interested in content like this. I also have an email newsletter that I send out every 2 weeks that includes things that don't fit in my videos or that I forgot to mention in videos, sometimes sneak peeks into what's coming up and behind the scenes stuff. I won't inundate you with emails, it's just every 2 weeks, and I will put the link in the description. Thanks. Okay, my activity plan for vacation. My life at home is very sedentary. I'm a therapist, I'm sitting all day. And besides exercising and really light, like housework, I'm just not that active. I find on vacations I'm a lot less sedentary. I'm getting all those steps in from being a tourist and walking around cities, walking around museums. So that alone will be a nice little boost, is that I'll get more steps in. But I'm also not going to completely neglect my fitness regimen. I could, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. It'd be 2 weeks without a workout. I'd come back, I'd get back into it. But here's why I'm not. I am training for a 5-day, 4-night backpacking trip that's in a group with guides, and it's in just a couple months. It's in 2 months. So I really can't afford to not train for 2 weeks. And yet, like I said, this is not a fitness boot camp vacation. This is me and my husband going to Helsinki for a psychological conference and then to Norway to tour the fjords. So here's my plan. In Helsinki, I am going to work out in the hotel fitness center at least once, doing a full body strength routine. Just once, and I'll be good. Yeah, it's not as often as at home, but I'm on vacation. Because it's only once, I think I'll push myself, not like to the point of injury, but make sure it's a really good, strong workout. Then in Norway, it's going to be the perfect atmosphere for day hikes. So in that portion of the trip, I'm going to take at least 2 day hikes. That is my plan. It's very individualized to this trip. I didn't want to just have some global thing like, I'm going to work out on this trip, because it felt too vague. And how am I going to do that? There is a fitness center in the hotel in Helsinki, and there are day hikes in the fjords in Norway, plus all those steps I talked about. So that is my plan, so that when I get back home, I will have only missed 1 week of strength training, and I will have gotten a lot of steps and a couple of hikes in. It won't be as extensive as the training I'm doing at home, but it will be better than nothing, and I will still have about 6 weeks to train for this backpacking trip, which I'm really excited about, and this is the first time I've mentioned it to you guys, and I will tell you more about it later. One thing I've learned going on vacations on a GLP-1 is that there isn't really a point in me trying to stay loyal on vacation to exactly what I've been doing at home. I have to customize it so that it works with my vacation, but that I still get activity. So I've tried to be proactive in coming up with a plan that I think is realistic, and I'll let you know if it works. We leave in a few days. Okay, traveling with GLP-1 meds. I've done it a bunch. I think I left the country 6 times last year and went on domestic trips to Oregon and Wisconsin to visit family. So there was a lot of traveling with my shot, and I found out it's not that hard. GLP-1 medications can go 28 days without being refrigerated. I never was away from home more than 28 days, so I just pack my vials and my syringes and my alcohol pads in my toiletry kit with my other medications. It's kind of no big whoop. I do take more syringes than I need because sometimes you can mess up or bend a needle or something. Editing Bobby here to add to that a bit. So it's true that medications don't need refrigeration for 28 days, but they need to stay above freezing and below 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're traveling somewhere where you think the medication might get really hot or might freeze, then you need to have some kind of way to keep it in that temperature range. I'm going to put a picture of an example of what you could put the medication in. And I'm not going to link to it because I don't own one of these and I don't want to recommend something if I don't know that it's any good. But I know there are lots of these on the market because people have used them for years to travel with insulin. So they're just little chilled packs to keep medication in the appropriate temperature range. I've never had to do this, and that's why I've just been able to travel with my medication in my toiletry bag. I knew that it wasn't going to freeze or get over 86 degrees. I want to tell you the one thing I do that helps me to travel with no worry. It's low tech and it's easy, but it makes a big difference. I tear the prescription off of my box of Zepbound and I tuck that into my toiletry kit along with my medications so that if I'm ever stopped and questioned, I've got the valid prescription to explain why I'm carrying vials and syringes. I've never been stopped, searched, questioned, anything like that with GLP-1 or before GLP-1 with other prescriptions, but it theoretically could happen. And having that prescription right there handy just gives me the peace of mind so that I know I'm legit just traveling with my medication and I don't have to worry about it being taken away from me at airport security. I will say, if you're traveling to another country, check what their rules and laws are for medications, because some countries are more strict and you want to know what their rules are. One more thing. The biggest tip I learned researching medication and GLP-1 meds for this episode is to tell the TSA officer before screening if you're carrying liquid medication. I've never done this, and honestly, I don't know that I'll start doing this because I've never had any problem traveling with it, but that's the recommendation. What I do is keep my medication easy to access in case they do want to see it, so I know right where it is, and it's in my carry-on in a certain part of my toiletry bag, and to keep the documentation right there with the medication. So in case TSA does want to take a closer look, I know exactly where to go. I hope that helps. I hope you're having a great week. I will see you next week. If you want to know more about how I eat when I'm not on vacation, watch this video next. Thanks. Bye.